You are Locked On Rays, your daily Tampa Bay Rays podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hello, my name is Kevin Weiss.
I'm Ulises Sambrano.
It's your boy, Evan Closky.
Back again, and we appreciate it. We are the host of the Locked On Rays podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Thank you for making us your very first listen every day. Be sure to check out and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Locked On Rays. We are also accepting mailbag questions, lockedonrays@gmail.com. The great Evan Closky joins us in between a magnificent Baker Mayfield performance and controversy with Devin White to talk some Tampa Bay Rays baseball. Can't leave us guys out. The Rays tried to make some moves and headlines, maybe not so much in a good way, with offloading the contracts of Tyler Glasnow and Manny Margot to the Los Angeles Dodgers, in return getting Ryan Pepiot and Jonny Deluca.
Pep in a step.
Yeah, pep in a step. There we go. Has a ring to it. Thoughts on this deal and this transaction between both organizations?
Yeah, I think it was a prudent move. I understand fans being salty about losing Tyler Glasnow, who is a Cy Young caliber arm when healthy. I also understand the multiplying effect of consistently losing, quote unquote, faces of the franchise, right? That, Glasnow was a beloved part of this franchise, and now you have to find someone else to like, because the Rays are never going to keep someone in perpetuity. And the one person who we thought they were going to do that with, he's still figuring out his issues right now in the DR. So number one is a prudent move. We just saw Glasnow sign an extension for 4 years, $110 million. Rays are never going to pay that. Now, you can argue that the Rays need to start paying people of that, wealth. Is Glasnow really the guy you want to do it with? He's a 30-year-old pitcher. The most innings he's pitched in a season is 120. And he had a forearm injury. Then he had Tommy John. Then he had an oblique this year. He has constant cases of cramping. He's missed a start here or there. It's a lot of money to invest in someone who is not healthy often. For someone like the Dodgers, it makes a lot of sense. They have deep pockets. They're going to get 2 years of Shohei Ohtani thanks to the Margot money that's coming back, the $4 million. So that pays 2 years of Ohtani. But all kidding aside, it's just they have deep pockets. They can take that risk. Teams like the Mets, Phillies, Cubs, whatever, Dodgers, all these teams that live in the upper echelon, they should be going after guys like Glasnow, because when he's out there, you know what you're getting. But I like Ryan Pepiot. I like Deluca. More so, though, when we saw the Blake Snell trade in the past, it was for a bunch of dudes who are not going to be major league ready. And what ended up happening was the start of that trade, right? Louis Patino, the star prospect, was a nothing burger. It was a hope. It was too far down the line, and I think the Rays smartened up a little bit after that deal. They said, we're not going to trade our stud for prospects 2-3 years down the line. We want to get instant gratification on this. And the Dodgers ponied up. Ryan Pepiot is no joke. I mean, 38 Ks last year, 5 walks. I know a small sample size, but the whole thing about him was control issues. That seems to be fixed. And with the Rays, you have one of the best pitching coaches in Kyle Snyder. So you're going to be confident that Pepiot is going to get the most out of his tenure here with Snyder and company. You have 5 years of team control. Nobody should think that he can't be a Glasnow type figure for Tampa Bay. Maybe he doesn't have the ceiling as Glasnow, but he could, when it's all said and done, be their second, third starter in the rotation. You know, I know everyone's injured right now, but, you know, I think that his stuff plays there. And then Johnny Deluca, Johnny Bag of Bones, he is exactly what this team needed. He's a high contact, low strikeout guy. You've heard me complain about it forever. Just too many whiffs, which is why they don't generate enough offense and they kind of keep the line moving because it's a bit home run or bust. This is a guy who's going to keep the line moving. He's really a younger version of Manuel Margot. The only caveat is he can play all three outfield spots, and they need outfield depth desperately. They were struggling so much last year that Tapia was on the playoff roster. I mean, they really had a thin depth in the outfield. So to me, I see Pepiot and Deluca making the opening day roster. And if not, at least on the Deluca side, he will be up in short order, especially getting a little taste of major league action last year. So that's just kind of where I sit. I think it was a really good deal for both sides. I love the Dodgers getting Glasnow, and I love the return that the Rays got for Glasnow as well. I think that return was an overpay by the Dodgers, considering the injury history that Tyler has had.
Terrific summary. And look, I don't think Tyler Glasnow and his agent are scoffing at the 9-figure extension that is coming his way as well. We have more to discuss, but first we have to tell you this. As the weather gets colder, the NFL offers stay hot on FanDuel. Right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets with any winning $5 money line bet. That's $150 if your team wins. So if you've been thinking about joining FanDuel, there's no better time to get in on the action than right this very moment. The app is super easy to use, and there's a wide range of betting options, including spreads, player props, over-unders, and beyond. So visit FanDuel.com/lockedon, LOCKEDON, to kick off the NFL season. FanDuel, they are the official partner of the NFL. Ulises, I have to give you credit for this one. We have come up and fostered a segment idea for Evan, with Evan, that we are working title, Closky on the clock, maybe get some input and feedback. Always love that from the listeners on the YouTube comments and in the chat as well. If you like the name for that segment idea, that topic idea, we love Evan for his long-winded answers, soliloquies, how good he is to answer single questions like he did with the first segment. So we're going to pigeonhole him into a 60-second or less answer, starting with this first one I have, Ulises, and then you can piggyback off of me. Evan, who pitches, and we mentioned this on the show with Ulises and myself as kind of tongue-in-cheek, or really however you want to qualify it, but who pitches more innings in a Dodgers uniform in the course of their careers? Tyler Glasnow or Shohei Ohtani? 60 seconds. Let me start the timer right now.
Tyler Glasnow. Done.
Wow. Okay.
How come?
Because Ohtani's having Tommy John, so I'm going to give Glasnow a year and a half ahead of Ohtani. Even if Glasnow's in his worst injury type of ways, I'm still going to bookmark him for 100 innings at least. Give him a $135 starting off the next year. And then Ohtani's going to get into the mix. He's not going to be a full workload. So by the time that Ohtani's fully worked up from his Tommy John, Glasnow can have a 170 inning head start. But I mean, conservatively speaking, let's just say 120. Let's just be really conservative about it. I don't know if Ohtani is going to be that much of a workhorse. He's on his second Tommy John. Like, long term, I think Ohtani is just a DH, but we'll see.
Okay. Hey, he answered that in basically just under 60 seconds. I have another follow-up to that, if you don't mind here. Is the Shohei Ohtani contract an overpay?
Yes, it is. But who cares? Because the Dodgers are going to make hand over fist in endorsements, in whatever deals they have, overseas. He's an international superstar. So you can value him on what he does in the field, but owners value him in what he does off the field for them as well. And his market value is just astronomical. So the Dodgers will be the center of attention internationally because of Shohei Ohtani. It might attract other stars and free agents internationally as well. So overpay, yes. Do I think they should regret that overpay? No. I think the biggest thing from that contract is they need to close up that loophole and whatever the hell they pulled, which is perfectly legal in the CBA, but that's got to be fixed.
Okay. A follow-up to my follow-up, then, Ulises, I swear you can rapid fire Closky on the clock here. The Dodgers win blank rings over the course of the Ohtani contract. So over the course of the next 10 years, the Dodgers win how many rings in your eyes?
I'll go out of the next 10 years, I'll go 2 rings.
Would Dodgers fans find that I feel like Dodgers fans would find that a disappointment, quite frankly.
I want to lean towards 1, but I'm gonna go 2. It just October baseball is different than the entire season. It's a small sample size and crap happens. The Dodgers were stacked this past year and they got blown out in the first round because they couldn't hit. They couldn't do anything right. And
pretty much every division champ got,
anyone can stink for a 3-day period. And they brought in Glasnow. Well, guess what? Glasnow stinks in the postseason. Maybe not Kershaw level, but close to it, actually. I think since 2020, out of qualified pitchers, Glasnow and Kershaw are 1 and 2. So, I'm just going based off history.
Kershaw is the Brandon Lau of playoff pitchers, evidently. All right.
The only difference
Ulises, do you have any
going to the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Do you have any Closky on the clock questions?
I do. But before I say that, I do want to say for the people that are watching on YouTube, there was another name. The original name for me for this was Closky's Corner, because the whole thing was you'd be in the hot corner and you'd have to take these one by one. But I think Closky on the clock is a little bit more snappier of a...
Let us know which one you prefer. If you prefer Closky on the clock, Closky's corner, or if you have say that to 5 times fast, or if you have another...
don't want to say Closky on the clock 5 times fast.
Closky on the clock, Closky on the clock, Closky on the clock, Closky on the clock.
Congratulations. If somebody has another idea or can drum up a clever name, as good as Randy Land or something like that, let us know, and we might take it on and give you credit for it. So
okay, so for mine, Kevin, can you do the countdown?
Oh, I've got the timer right here. I've got it loaded up.
Thank you.
I'm ready to mute Closky's mic after 60 seconds.
You have that right. I expect it. Hold me accountable.
Right. Let's see. So free agent, I do not want to see the Yankees happy. Yankee fandom don't want to see them happy ever.
Understand that,
right? They were already happy because they got Juan Soto, so yay for them. I don't want Yamamoto to be a Yankee. So, Evan, where is Yamamoto going to sign?
The New York Mets. I think that in my own gut, zero idea. My own gut says that this whole parade and this team's ahead and this team's ahead and it's going to be this money and that money, it's all to extract the most out of Steve Cohen. Steve Cohen's got the deepest pockets. Everyone knows it. Steve Cohen is the one that traveled overseas to visit with him, and I think this is all just a ploy to make sure that Stevie ponies up as much dough as possible. So I think it's a great move by his agent, but I do believe in a situation money's going to talk, and I think Steve Cohen will pony up, and that will be that.
We had heard before Shohei Ohtani signed that Yamamoto had said that he would not mind not being the only Japanese player. So everybody obviously said, "Whoa, Shohei Ohtani's now with the Dodgers. Could that mean that Yamamoto's with the Dodgers?" But Kodai Senga is with the Mets. So are you taking that into consideration when you say the Mets, or is it just Steve Cohen?
I mean, I think that Steve Cohen also wants to make the Mets and his business international. And I don't think it hurts to have some of the star players from over there on his team. It's a little bit of kill two birds with one stone, right? I get excellent baseball players, and I also get to market my businesses in one of the largest markets in the world. So he's a businessman, and I think he sees the big picture as well as the tinier picture, which is, for 162 games of the year.
All right, shifting it back towards Rays talk in Closky on the Clock, or Closky's Corner, or whatever we're going to name this.
By the way, I think Yamamoto signs with the Rays. It's although they are interested in the dollar store brand version of Yamamoto. I can't think of his name.
If he got a brother.
Yeah, well, this is the thing, and I said it on Friday's app when I was monologuing to the wall here. I said, these Rays fans just clapping like, yay, we saved $33 million. It's like, why are you clapping for Stu getting richer? Like, he's not going to put $33 million back on the payroll. You guys know this, right?
I don't know if it's also Stu being richer. It's just the fact that they've never had a payroll as high as the one that they were entering the season with. So now you're able to send $33 million out the door, which then means you have to do less tinkering to the roster of a team that just won 99 games. So that's the biggest thing, because if they need to clear, no matter what they tell us, which is we're comfortable at this number. No, you're not. So it doesn't matter what you tell us. We know you got to get rid of money, and they got rid of a chunk of it. And I think the biggest part in the deal, which I didn't even mention, was they got rid of Manuel Margot. Appreciate his time here. Especially in that World Series run. He had his moments, but he's also a guy who's been more injured than not recently. And he clearly took a step back, not only at the plate outside of a little heater there when he came in September, but also in the field. He proved that he could not play anywhere else but right field. So that the worst way to piss the Rays off is have zero positional flexibility, right? So that was, saving $6 million, though it's just $6 million, that matters to the Rays. It does.
Right.
Yeah, that was the cherry on top. In fact, I wonder if the Dodgers had offered a sweeter prospect or higher profile player, if they're like, hey, if you can leave Margot out of the deal, we're good with that. We'd rather have Jonny Deluca. I just wonder how those conversations worked.
The Rays were like, no, please take
no. In order for you to get Glasnow, you're taking Margot.
Please.
Please
take him.
He's riding the coattails there over to LA. So
last one on this segment. What is next for the Rays? You can be specific, as in like a player that you think is going to leave or kind of come in, or you can tell me an area that you think is going to be the next thing that's going to happen. What is the next thing for the Rays during the hot stove? Go.
I think the next thing for them is going to be making their signing. They probably have another trade in them. Usually the Rays like to be patient, right? Even think about that Austin Meadows deal. That came way into spring training. And not to mention they'll do deals in May. They don't give a crap. So they knew that they had to strike on the Tyler Glasnow deal. His value was not going to be higher than that. The return showed that much. Now I think it's time to make that one signing, whatever it is. I would argue that they should probably bring in another depth starting pitcher and just continue to layer that rotation and make sure that you are as set as possible, because we know this team by now. Guys are going to go down in that staff. So my assumption would be they're going to make their signing next.
Okay.
And that'll be let's see, where are we on the timer? Did he answer that in under 60 seconds?
I think
that
so.
felt under.
Yeah,
That felt under.
Okay,
maybe
good.
like a 58.9.
Yeah.
59.4.
Very close there.
Yeah.
Naoki Uwasawa is a gentleman that the Rays potentially or reportedly are interested in.
Cool.
So his 45-day posting window is up on January 11th for those that are so inclined. So that's something to watch out for. Hot take here. You can check me on this years from now, but I would not be surprised if Ryan Pepiot and Jonny Deluca combine for a higher career for the next 5 years than Tyler Glasnow and Manny Margot.
Do you guys know what Tyler Glasnow's WAR is?
Yes.
Not that great, honestly.
Wait. I don't know it, but let me just quick name that WAR. 2019, he probably was like around like a 1.5. 2021, like a 1, 2.5, 1, 3.5. Then that was probably like a 3, 6.5. And then 6.5, 3. I'm gonna say 9.
I think his WAR's like 11. WAR does not take into account good looks, wonderful hair, and body built by Michelangelo.
His career WAR, Baseball Reference, 7.1.
Yeah, he hasn't been an all-star either. I would not be surprised if Pepiot and or Deluca navigate an all-star berth. I'm bullish on him for sure.
Well, let's see. I like that.
Yeah. Maybe I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but regardless. All right. So Closky's corner, Closky on the clock, whatever we want to label it. I think, it's a fun little add-on here.
Well, successful.
Evan, do you like it? Are you cool with it?
Yeah.
That's what matters.
That's going to be, it's I think during the season will be great when we have like a full week of play and there's like a whole menu of questions based on games. That's when it's really gonna strike. Or once we get into spring training and we have what if statements.
Oh, and we got to get for the people on YouTube, we got to get a countdown clock on the screen. So that we'll work on that, people. I'm going to talk to some tech giants, get something.
Go to Silicon Valley. I get it.
Yeah, I know some people that know some people that know some things.
Talk to Elon. Talk to Bill Gates.
Well, if you know those people, then hook Kevin up with some parking.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I was going to say
hook us up with a free agent or two. That'd be nice as well. New stadium, Microsoft Park. Let's do it, guys. Tesla Field. All right. Quick baseball trivia and name that war. Evan and Ulises, my trivia question for you all is this. There are 18 players in MLB history who have had at least 200 hits in 6 or more seasons. So 6 seasons with at least 200 hits. I want 5 names.
Oh,
5 of those 18.
Ichiro.
Yeah, he's the clubhouse leader with 10.
Rod Carew.
Rod Carew is not on this list. Strike 1.
Miguel Cabrera.
Strike 2.
Wait. Tony Gwynn.
Tony Gwynn is incorrect. Strike 3.
Oh my God. Okay, timeout here. Reset the clock.
Reset
Ted Williams.
the clock.
Ted Williams. You know he fought in a war, right?
Yeah.
Nope. I got to close it up.
Wait. Oh,
4
Pete
strikes.
Pete Rose.
Finally, he is also the clubhouse leader, tied with Ichiro with 10.
Like, I mean,
So one more strike. I gotta call the ball game. I gotta,
Evan,
I gotta
Evan,
throw out a manager or something.
What do you think about Ty Cobb?
I would say yes, but I don't even know anymore. I'm starting to question if my name is Evan.
I know. How could Rockaroo not have done this? Okay, whatever. Let's go with Ty Cobb.
Good guess, and that would be correct. Number 9. He is the clubhouse runner-up, I guess.
Dude, do you think Jeter did it?
I was going through those Yankee teams. Yeah, I do Jeter.
That would be correct. He has 8. Now you're on the right track.
All right.
Holy
just have to listen
cow.
up, baby. We just need to
You're like, what was it, Charlie Morton? That would always have like a rough first inning and then
that
pull
was
it
just
together.
a rough first. That was just a rough first. Did we get the 5?
No, we got 4.
Okay, 4.
I need one more.
One more. Come on, guys. Come on.
Like,
I think you got 4. Ichiro,
we
Rose,
got
Cobb,
4.
and Jeter.
Yeah.
Okay, Evan. Okay.
Who's
a guy? Who's a guy? Cal Ripken? You think?
Like Hank Aaron's in my head.
That's a good one. Oh, Barry? No way.
He was walked too much, I feel like.
Yeah, this is true. Ricky Henderson?
That's God. My risky one wants to be Juan Pierre.
We haven't even played the music. Gotta play the music.
Get you sneaking the music in now.
Yeah, that's what happened. That's why we messed up because there was no music. Boom.
That was it. Pre-game routines; those are important.
Yes. Evan, what are we thinking here, man?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put Closky back on the clock here.
You might have to. Which one do you want to go with? Do you want to go with Ripken? I mean, he played in every game.
Ripken, Clemente. Because Clemente had 3,000 hits. We got to go 3,000 hits.
Yeah. Go Clemente.
Strike 3. All right.
Was it
Here
Ripken?
are the names. Suzuki, Rose, Cobb, Jeter. Never heard of this guy. Maybe you all have. Lou Gehrig, Paul Wainer, Willie Keeler. This guy sounds somewhat familiar. Wade Boggs, Charlie Gehringer, Rogers Hornsby, wild card Michael Young, Steve Garvey, Stan Musial, Bill Terry, Al Simmons, Sam Rice, George Sisler, and Jesse Burkett.
Okay, I feel bad, but not as bad as I thought I would feel when.
Now, if I expanded it to guys with 5 200 hit seasons, 4 200 hit seasons, Juan Pierre would be in there. Jose Altuve would be in there. Kirby Puckett would be in there.
How many did Juan Pierre have? 4?
4, I believe.
What about Rod Carew or Tony Gwynn?
I think Gwynn had 5.
Okay. Rod Carew had 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, come on. In one, he had 192. Okay, I don't feel that bad.
Yeah. Ifs and buts. All right. Name that war time.
Name that war is when we take a player from the past and we try to guess their career war according to Baseball Reference. And today, this guy, player from the past, is a Dodger legend, is a Rays legend, pitcher, righty. His name is Jamie Wright. What is Jamie Wright's
Are you kidding me?
career war?
Jamie Wright? Holy smokes.
Remember him?
Yeah, I do. What he pitch, like 8, 10 seasons maybe? Did he have like 10 seasons?
Dude, Night Drive is such a banger.
Yeah, it's a banger.
I'll go 13-2. I don't even know.
Jamie, are we talking about the same Jamie Wright here? Jamie Wright. Okay. I don't have much on Jamie Wright, but I'm going single digits. I'm saying 9.
And folks, I was really impressed with Koski's 13.2 because the 0.2 was right. But boy, Kevin was closer at 9 because Jamie Wright is 9.2. 9.2. This man pitched, Evan, not 10. I don't want to go LeBron because it would be too much. Not 11, not 12, 19 seasons.
Holy cow.
19
seasons. And one of his best years at age 38 in 2013, playing for the Tampa Bay Rays. A 3.09 ERA, 70 innings. I don't want to hear, oh, load management. Oh, we got to take care of his arm. This man is 38, throwing 70 innings. I don't want to hear it. Don't want to.
He's
19 seasons.
Poor man's Jamie Moyer.
Yeah.
Pitching version of Julio Franco, I guess. I don't know.
Pretty cool.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
He was definitely built for the role. 6'6", 240 pounds. That's why he was able to. He was a country kid from Oklahoma. Had that toughness to him.
Also, cool birthday, Christmas Eve. Very nice.
Yeah,
Although
good for him.
I hear from December kids that when you have a December birthday, you don't get as many gifts.
Yeah, you don't.
That's facts. All right. Very good. Okay. Hope you all enjoyed this episode. First off, before we end things here, Evan, where can people find your wonderful work?
At Closky, WTSP, 10tampabay.com. Interact with me on social media, at Closky Instagram. I'll respond to 99% of your tweets as long as you're not a jerk. So we're talking Bucks, Lightning. We're in full swing here. And before you know it, spring training will be here as well.
That is true. All right. We will talk to you on Friday, listeners.